I was diagnosed with severe depression. I felt hopeless about my life. I tried to hurt myself countless times and attempted suicide. However, after encountering Nichiren Buddhism and the Soka Gakkai, I started to feel hopeful and was able to stand up again because they taught me that only I could open the path to my own happiness. Hi everyone, my name is JL. I was born in Sabah, but I'm currently staying in Selangor. When I was in high school, my family faced a financial crisis due to my brother's business failure. He owed a lot to his employees and customers. At that time, a lot of things happened in my family, to the extent that it made me hate my family very much. I asked why I had been born into such a family. At the same time, I faced a serious friendship problems. I was betrayed by a friend whom I trusted very much. He destroyed and defamed my family and I by spreading lies about things that we had never done to the people around us. I lived a life where I was looked down upon, bullied, and discriminated against by almost everyone, and that caused me to have serious depression back then. I had suicide thoughts all the time. There was one night when my family was out and I was alone at home. I had these suicide thoughts again. At that critical moment, a voice woke me up and told me that to love myself. I suddenly came to my senses. That night, I chanted abundant Daimoku to the Gohonzon. I realized that the Gohonzon and this great Nichiren Buddhism are the key I had been looking for to help me to get rid of all my pain. The power of Daimoku saved me from my suffering, and I was determined to muster the courage to face the challenges in my life. At the age of 19, I came to Selangor to pursue my university studies, even in the face of financial challenges. My whole university journey became the prime point of my growth in terms of faith. I have learned from the Soka Gakkai that faith equals daily life, and that this is shown by having actual proof in our life. Hence, I worked really hard at it. Fortunately, I was able to obtain scholarships and also the PT-PTN loan, which helped me to complete my university courses smoothly and successfully. I even won many awards for outstanding results and even became the ambassador for one of the Australia universities. But most importantly, I managed to win over it as a way to repay my gratitude to both my parents and my mentor in life, Mr. Ikeda. The trials of life or challenges that one faces are endless. So do I. In 2017, I faced the biggest challenge in my life. Again, my family faced a huge financial crisis. I also faced challenges in both my career and my health. Every day, I had to go back and forth to the bank and law firm to settle all my debts. This affected my work performance, and I was even scolded by my boss. She even doubted my ability to continue to stay in the company. And since I am working in the IT industry, most of the time I work non-stop day and night. I even broke my highest record of not getting any sleep for more than 48 hours straight due to work. And sometimes, I even had meetings with my boss during the midnight. I had been in this working condition for a long time, and I had no time and no one to talk to about my problems. All this accumulated stress left me physically and mentally exhausted. I even had clogged neck arteries that caused swelling on my entire back and shoulders. I developed a serious headache. I felt nausea and dizziness all the time, and I fainted a few times. Fortunately, I sought medical help in time to prevent the risk of having a heart attack. At that time, I also happened to be chosen as the MC for the 2017 Selangor Run for Peace event. I had to face 13,000 participants from the stage, and to be honest, this stressed me out. I suffered another depression relapse. One day, while I was driving, I suddenly had a breakdown and suicide thoughts again. I drove my car at a speed of 140 to 160 km per hour, and I planned to let go and just close my eyes. Suddenly, my phone rang. It was from a young women division leader whom I respected a lot and also a best friend of mine. Immediately, I stepped on the brakes and pulled over to the side of the road to answer her call. Her call could be considered a life-saving call. I told her about my condition and she encouraged me. I still remember the Gosho passage she shared with me. She said, "Become the master of your mind rather than let your mind master you." It means to be careful not to be swayed by our thoughts, but to become the master of our mind and direct the problems towards the direction of value creation. It was these words that deeply awakened me and brought me back to my senses. On the day of the Run for Peace event, I managed to win over myself by standing on the stage and completing my mission as MC. As for my family's financial problems, through our strong prayers as a family, with the spirit of many in body, one in mind, we managed to summon forth our courage to have dialogue with the creditors who allowed us to pay back in installments. Eventually, we managed to pay off our debts within a short period of time. I used to be a shy person, but SGM gave me a lot of training platforms, both behind the scenes and otherwise. I was given the chance to learn how to be a good MC, a good speaker, and a good translator. I also had the chance to learn how to organize events and participate in social community services and so on. I've also made friends with a group of good people who supported me and accompanied me through all the most difficult moments in my life. In year 2022, I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder and major depressive disorder. Through practicing this Buddhism, I'm able to manifest the wisdom and courage to take concrete action and seek for professional help. I'm not afraid of when I will have another relapse from my depression, but I resolve to live with it and to overcome it completely until the day when I fully recover without any medication. At the same time, I always go for my regular exercises and give myself enough time to rest. Every time when I notice that I'm about to fall into another depression, I will always remind myself of this Gosho passage. Suffer what there is to suffer, enjoy what there is to enjoy. Regard both suffering and joy as facts of life, and continue chanting Nammyo Horinge Kyo no matter what happens. Mr. Ikeda once said, "In life, there are sunny days and cloudy days, but even on cloudy days, the sun is still the sun." Even when you are suffering, it is vital that you strive to keep this sun shining brightly in your heart. I deeply felt that this is my mission. Not only do I want to be the sun in my life, but I also want to be the sun that shines in the lives of others. So if you are watching this video and also suffering from depression, I sincerely want to share these words with you. Please do not give up and do not feel embarrassed about it. There are always ups and downs in our life. Everything depends on our own mind, on how we view our problems, whether we view it as a problem that will defeat us or as a training ground for us to revitalize our life force. I will always be cheering for you. If I can make it, so can you. Fighting!